رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا من سيئات أعمالنا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وقال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. All praise and glory be to Allah Rabbul Alameen, who enabled us to almost finish this month of mercy, the month of Quran, the month of blessings, and whatever we can imagine. Definitely some of us, many of us will miss this month dearly because we're not sure that we'll get a new next month or not. This is the month, there is a night which is 84 years ibadah, equivalent to 84 years ibadah. And this is the month where someone can turn to a newborn baby, sinless as a newborn baby. A lot of opportunities Allah Rabbul Alamin gave. Why? There's a reason why. And that why is probably embedded in the last 10 months. The hadith from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he said that Allah Rabbul Alamin, the last 10 months, last 10 days of Ramadan is for saving someone from the hellfire. Going to one of the statements from Aisha radhiyallahu anha, when she was our mother, Aisha radhiyallahu anha, when she was the teacher of Tabi, she said, it's her statement, she said that if the first surahs that was revealed in Quran are instructing that don't drink, you'd never follow it. She said you'd never follow it. And then she continued, if the first surahs that was revealed saying that don't do adultery, don't do fornication, definitely you'd never follow it. You'd directly say that I would never follow it. Rather, the first set of surahs that was revealed in Quran is Surah Mufassals, group of surahs which talks about the Jannah and Jahannam. Non-stop surahs were revealed focusing on Jannah and Jahannam, the detailed description of Jahannam. At the same time, Prophet Muhammad was narrating a lot of hadiths, Jannah and Jahannam. Just try to imagine, we don't have any rules, we don't pray regularly, we don't fast, and then all the instructions are coming continuously is about Jannah and Jahannam. Why? Definitely there is a reason for that. And that reason made them the best of the generations. And when the next generations are deviated from that principle, they became different. Right? So the reason is that she said, Aisha said, that when those surahs were revealed, then the heart was changed. The heart of the very rude, rough, tough people's hearts were changed. I mean, you can't imagine a tough or rough people like them when they used to kill easily. Just try to imagine their sword was full of blood. They hang it into the cover that I killed that group. Right? You can't find people like that. They used to kill for no reason. That was the norm of the society. Those people turned to a gem. I mean, even the gem word is not enough for them. Because they're the best of the humanity, Allah Rabbul Alameen told. And if we can follow them, we'll get the best place in the Jannah. That was their transformation. And the transformation is the accurate and proper knowledge of Jannah and Jahannam. Today is the one of the, I can say, the blessed day. Few hours are remaining for this month of Ramadan. And there is a time during this Friday, and this is Friday, Jumatul Bida, the last Juma, is that any dua can be accepted. So probably during my khutbah, you can make dua, even for me, right? For everyone. So this is one of the important things, that we don't want to miss any opportunity. And focusing on that principle, we are, inshallah, delivering that khutbah. May Allah Rabbul Alamin help us to go through that khutbah, inshallah. And this is, we try to focus on that particular message. Why? Because Ali Radhiyallahu Anhu said that if I see Jannah and Jahannam in future, when I will die, it will not make me different. Because I already know the clear picture. I already know the extreme clear picture. And I already am leading a life of hereafter. All the Sahabas lived a life of hereafter, not lived a life of this dunya. And that was their transformation. And the source is the knowledge of Jannah and Jahannam, right? So what are the cycle? We are right now in the earth. How long we'll be staying, we don't know. And once we die, that's it. That's our Qiyamah already started. There are a lot of cycles. There are a lot of cycles we went through the night of the Qiyamul Lails. We'll be in the grave for how long we don't know, right? It's a long hours of time. The punishment will happen. The punishment will happen for different levels. For the disbelievers, one type of, for the believers, another type of punishment, probably for the purification, so that on the day of judgment, the punishment would be easier, right? So these will be the thing. Now, what is the day of judgment? So the day of judgment is a day which is a single day, 50,000 years long. A single day, 50,000 years long. How old we are in the earth, I mean, biblical or other narrations, 10,000 plus, something like that. So that single day is 50,000 years long. It's a huge, long day. And everyone will notice when they will wake up from the grave that they are waiting for the verdict. They will see the Jannah and Jahannam and other things. And it will be extreme temperature, extreme heat. And everyone will look for the shade of Arsh. 7 types of people will be there. That's a different thing. But now, everyone will cross a bridge. A bridge. That's called Pul Sirat or bridge. Now, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri narrated, Prophet Muhammad said that he was asked basically, "O Allah's apostle, what is the bridge?" So he replied that it is a slippery bridge on which there are clamps or hooks. On that bridge there are clamps or hooks, and it will scratch. And this bridge is placed on top of the Jahannam. What is the color of Jahannam? It is pitch dark black. Abu Hurairah narrated, Prophet ﷺ said that it was burned, the hell was burned for 3,000 years. And different color was changed. First it was red, then white, then pure dark black, right? So if it's a black environment, the bridge is there, no one can see anything except without a light. And that's why the believers will make the dua, Rabbana atmim lana nurana waghfir lana. O Rabb, fulfill our lights, give us the lights. Surah Tahrim says that dua. That's amazing. In Quran, actually different pictures are given in a different way, right? Believers will make that dua. Again, again, munafiquns will say that conversation also came in Quran that, oh believers, give us some light. We don't have any light. Give us some light. Just try to imagine, it's a dark environment. If you can't cross the bridge, you'll be falling into the Jahannam. How long you'll be staying? One hadith saying some hukubs. Hukubs means some multiplication of your lifetime. There's a minimum amount of punishment in the hell. That's from one hadith basically, right? So 80 times 4, for example. What is that multiplication? No one knows, right? Some numbers, that amount of time someone will be in the hell for minimum amount of length, right? Okay, so this is the bridge, and that bridge is bent in one side. Now what will happen is that the believers will cross the bridge, some believers. The believers will have a speed, different speed. Some believers will cross with high speed, like the twinkle of an eye. Just twinkle of an eye, they'll cross the bridge, like the prophets and the best believers. Right? Some will cross with the speed of the electricity. Some will cross the speed of the fastest horse that came, or you can imagine a fastest transportation, right? In different speeds. Some will crawl. All are depending on the level of iman. And that's the reality. Everyone will go through that, including the prophets. Everyone will go through that, including the prophets. That's why it is the most horrific situation, horrific thing of life mentioned in the Quran, clearly. It's not in the hadith. Now, just a side point is that this is the difference between Islam and all other religions. To make a religion corrupt, the first thing is needed to blur, to make it unclear, the hereafter. This is the simple principle. If our generation asks, or any people say, that Islam is nothing different than other religions, the simple answer is, the main difference is the hereafter. If you follow, I completely disregard other religions except Christianity and Jew. These are the more dominant. They have the books. Other religions are corrupt. Even some of the scholars also claim that. So we don't need to say about that. So these two religions, these books, they don't have clear ideas of Jannah and Jahannam. We fight about the Eid, right? Moon sighting. It is nothing basically. This fight is basically nothing. We don't need to worry about that. We completely can ignore that discussion, right? Because if we know that the Christian and Jew people are fighting on the concept of Jannah and Jahannam, this is their debate. The moon sighting debate is nothing significant for the hereafter, right? And we are worried about that, which means we are not knowledgeable, plus we don't know where to give the focus. But those people, Surah Fatiha said that they are actually deviated, right? They don't have knowledge, they are actually ignorant completely. Because of that reason, one of the scholars, latest scholar, one of the top scholars in Israel, he was saying that there will be no pain basically in hell, right? It will be emotional pain. So it's really funny, emotional pain of 18 months. And that opinion is actually, discarded by other Jewish scholars, all are scholars. So their fight is on the basic premise. And that basic premise will change a life. If I know that I'll not have any punishment to take away someone's house in Palestine, because there will be no punishment, then I'll do that. Right? This is the logic basically. We need to know the logic, why it's happening. Everything is based on that, corrupt religion, religious principles that actually divert. But Islam is completely different. Allah Rabbul Alameen in every page of Quran talked about the clear picture of Jannah and Jahannam. We don't need to even look at the hadith at primary stage to know about the Jannah and Jahannam. All my talk today is basically mostly from the Quran. There's a clear picture. Allah Rabbul Alameen knows that all the people, rather than Islam, they corrupted the hereafter, means they corrupted the religion the most in a most amount, right? So that picture needs to be there. And that's why Prophet ﷺ trained his Sahabas with the knowledge of Jannah and Jahannam before any rituals, continuously. And that actually transformed the generation, right? That's the difference that we need to know. Now, I'm coming back to the bridge. So some people cross the bridge, some people, munafiqs, are already fall down from the bridge to the hell. Now, what will happen to the disbelievers? The disbelievers will be taken to the hell long before they cross the bridge. What about some believers, for example, who are not obedient to the parents? Just a side note. They will be also taken at the same time of the disbelievers. So this is really major punishment, right? So this is really important thing. Some of the major sins, they will be taken long before, right? So once they cross the bridge, then they will reach to the point of another bridge that's called Kantara, where actually the treatment will be done, kind of give and take. For example, someone stole someone's property, someone killed someone said bad words against someone, which is, you know, that thing, whatever. Whatever is true, even if I say that, or if it is not true, I just spread that rumor, right? Rumor or anything. Just someone's honor was, discarded by someone else, that judgment will happen that moment. So Allah Rabbul Alamin will say, okay, take something, give him something because you said bad words to him when he was absent. Then there is nothing, right, to give. Then his actually rewards will be taken. So probably someone did lot of Hajj, lot of fasting, lot of ibadah, lot of Laylatul Qadr, all will be given. And then he will be replated. He doesn't have any reward in his hand. And then if more people are there, then his sins will be put on. Okay, brothers, can you please go to the inside room so that more people can come. Okay, and also if you can. So that will be the situation, that the people will be, and that person with more rewards will have nothing, and then he will be put into the hellfire. May Allah Rabbul Alamin save us from that situation. Now, what is the gates of fire of Allah? Narullah, in one surah it's came. Now, what are the food and drink of Jahannam? There are 4 types of food are there, drinks are there. Hamim, the boiling water. Ghassak, the dirty food discharge. Sadid, the juice from the skin. Muhul, the boiling thick oil. I mean, if you just try to imagine, it's just nothing to explain, right? It's really, really horrible. These are the drinks available. What are the beds of the hell? It's nothing but fire. And there will be layer after layer. People will be dragged on their legs by the angels because people don't want to move. So what will happen? The scenario is that there is a place of torture in the Jahannam. It's fire. Everywhere there is a fire. And there is some shade, the shade of smoke. That is smoke. We know that shade is really good, right? But that shade is actually extreme hot shade of black smoke. So people will be taken to the place for punishment. When the angels will take the people for punishment, they will drag by the legs. That's why Quran says, the verse of Quran says that they will be walking on their face. No one can walk on the face because they will be dragged on their legs so that it looks like they are walking on their face. Allah captured that particular kind of scene, that they will be walking on face. Because that's the description, basically. They will be dragged on legs because they don't want to go to the place of punishment. And they will be tortured. and some respite they will be given to take the food. Then they will come back to the place of shade where they will be given the zakum and the hot boiling water, these four types of water. Drink it. So there is no rest basically. There is no rest of punishment. Atta bin Yasir said, Prophet Muhammad said that there are verily 70,000 valleys in hell, and in every valley there are 70,000 ravines. Every ravine 70,000 stone, and in every stone there is a snake that will eat the face of the hell dwellers. So while I'm giving the khutbah, you can make the dua that Allah save us for the last remaining hours we can do, and can make the duas that save all of us actually from that. In hell, there are basically one of the unknown sin is that there are extreme hot, at the same time there are extreme cold place. Both places are there, right? The extreme hot place is basically known as samum, the wind, and the worst chill in some place of Jahannam, that's called Zamharir. One hadith is saying that some people will be put into that place. Why that cold place came? Some muhaddithun explain that if, for example, someone is living in the desert, then if you are saying that you will be punished into the cold environment, then probably he will not feel any bad basically, because he always looks for the cold environment, right? That's the human perception. At the same time, if someone in the Alaska, he is living there forever, he was said that he will be punished into the hell, then probably he will not take it seriously. Rather than he will be punished into the extreme hot, extreme cold environment. That's why the both pictures are actually came. Some people actually don't know that this particular hadith is that extreme place, and those two places will make dua to Allah to save from each other, because both are extreme. Both are basically extreme. There is a whale, there is a valley in Jahannam, it's called whale. It is full of vomit in hell. And another is full of pus. So these are basically the sin. And Qatada said that Asam basically is a valley of hell in which there are scorpions the size of mule are located, and one snake, snake from it contains poison equivalent to 70 jugs. So it's really, and if one of the drops is sent to this earth, no plants would grow. That hadith is saying. So it's really a thing, it's really scary. May Allah save us. People will be walking in the Jahannam, dragging their intestines. Their intestines will come out. Some of the arrogant people are sent to the hidden place of Jahannam. So it's an unknown territory of Jahannam, and they will be sealed in a coffin full of coal, and they will be thrown in a place where no one is there. So this is the worst type of punishment, one of the worst type of, Allah knows the best, and they will cry, no one will hear that. So it's a kind of lonely punishment, and more importantly, the most scary part is that the angels will forget them. So if angels forget them, then where is the rescue, right? That's the worst kind of punishment for the arrogant rulers or arrogant people. There are 70 different types of illness in the hellfire. A lot of illness will be there in addition to that. And one of the scholars said, Wahab bin Munabbi, one of the top tabi, he said that the people of people of hellfire will never sleep, will never die. They will walk on the fire, they will sit on the fire, they will drink from the pass of the dwellers of the hell, they will eat the zakum, their blankets are fire, their mattress are fire, their shirts are fire, their faces will be covered by fire, they will be in the chains, the keepers of hell will drag them on their legs, and then the scholar Wahab cried until he fainted, right? So the people in Jahannam will ask for death. This is the verse of the Quran basically. Then they will say, again it's a picture, it's a graphic picture. they will say that call Malik. Oh Malik, Malik means the guard of the guard of the Jahannam. Uh, Let your drop put an end to us. Now, Mufassir explain why did they say your Lord? Why did they say your Lord, not my Lord or our Lord? It's not like they never said that. They tried to do, our Lord, please save us, but Allah will never respond. That's why they're asking the Malik that, oh Malik, ask our Lord. Even that he will never reply. So your Lord means probably he will be happier if I say your Lord. Even every word has significance. It shows the extreme need, extreme urgency to be saved from the hellfire. Every word has significance. Ask your Lord so that Malik have some mercy to ask to Allah that to reduce the pain. But the Malik, they don't have any sense of mercy at all. They're built in that way. It doesn't matter, basically. They just do their jobs. It's kind of robot. He will say, his reply is, indeed you will remain. Now this sentence is imperative. This is actually non-stopping. You will remain, that's it. How long, we don't know. You will remain, right? What are the sins? I just go through some of the sins that can put someone into the hellfire. Just very quickly. The 70 major sins, this is one of the book from Imam Zahabi, associating partners with Allah. Right? Murder, practicing magic, black magic, neglecting the prayer, refusing to pay zakah, not fasting on the day of Ramadan, not performing hajj when someone is able to, disobedience to parents, shunning the relatives, fornication, adultery, wrongfully consuming the wealth of the orphan, running a tyrant and the oppressive leader, pride and arrogance, drinking alcohol, gambling, and so on. So if we have that sins, we should really try to ask forgiveness. Aqulu qawli hadha wa astaghfiru innahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala sayyidil mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallim. So now probably our minds became really sad to know all the details. That's why in Quran always after Jahannam, the Jannah is discussed. In Jannah, nothing is like it. Jannah, nothing is like it, right? There are 8 gates of paradise. Gate of as-salat, gate of jihad, gate of sadaqah, charity, gate of Rayyan, Saum, fasting, gate of al-hajj, zikir, iman. 7 gates. I just named 7 gates, right? So if anyone likes any of that particular ritual, probably he will be asked from that particular gate, right? Some people will be asked from all the gates. There's another gate. It's basically this door. This particular, it's a big name, but this door is basically reserved for who control their anger. Special gate. It's for them. It's really hard thing, right? So there are 8 gates. Some people will be called, including Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu, from the 8 gates. Now the question is, how can we get to be called from all the gates? There is some hadith came. Simple thing. 1, those who spend for the sake of Allah. Who spend anything, not to get the reward from someone, not to get the blessing, praise from someone, then actually he is not in this category. Because Allah knows the heart, right? Completely for Allah. Bukhari and Muslim. Who perform the perfect wudu, ablution. If 3 children died, someone became patient. When a woman, for the sisters, when a woman does 5 times pray, it's for women it's easy basically. 5 times pray, fast Ramadan, protect chastity or dignity, and obey the husband. So this quality, she will be called from all the gates of Jannah. There are some places in Jannah, in some palaces in Jannah, which from inside they can look the outside, and from outside they can look the inside. Only those people can see that. It's a special type of Jannah. Those are for people who praise at night, and controls their anger and do the charity for the sake of Allah. 2, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 3, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 4, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 5, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 6, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 7, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 8, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 9, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 10, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 11, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 12, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 13, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 14, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 15, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 16, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 17, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 18, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 19, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 20, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 21, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 22, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 23, those who spend for the sake of Allah. 24, those who spend for the sake The trunks of the trees of the paradise are gold. The bricks of the palaces are gold, right? And the mortar is musk. The soil is musk, and it is plain. They will get the clothes from the trees of Jannah. So how big is the tree? If someone travels for 80 years, the shade of one tree will never be finished. From each tree, they will get the dress. They will open the trunk of that tree, they will get the dress. So that's the beautiful picture of paradise, right? So there it is nothing like him. So I'll just go through some summary of the hadith just in a glance. How does it look like? It is sparkling light, aromatic plants, lofty palace, flowing river, ripe fruit, beautiful wife, companions, abundant clothing, bricks of gold and silver, mortar of fragrant musk, pebbles of pearl and sapphire, soil of saffron. Whoever enters it with field of joy, never ending joy. I have prepared for my slaves, Allah Rabbul Alamin is saying, it's Hadith Qudsi, no eye has ever seen, no ear has heard, no human heart can imagine, right? This is basically the thing. Now, how to raise the status in Jannah? Some points that probably we need to focus on after the Ramadan and from now on. First is the humbleness, gentleness. First humbleness, then his rank will be increased. Memorization of the Quran, we should try to do that. Perfect ablution at the time of dislikes, like at the morning time. I need to pray, so if I do it. Cut off the gap at the salah, raises the rank. Zikr of Allah, sabr, patience during the calamity, seeking knowledge. So if we seek knowledge, our ranks will grow. Ages in Islam is also another important point. Tawaf will increase the step of rank. Shuzud, lot of shuzud means lot of prayer. Good character, istighfar of the son to the parent. So if a parent dies, if the son asks forgiveness and do that dua, Rabbil Hamhuma Kama, then the rank of the parents will go up. Loving the Prophet and going to the market saying La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika la lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. So these are some steps by which someone can increase the rank. Why the rank is important? Just a quick note is that we know that if we go to the plane, we look for the business class or something, and we know the difference, right? Only in the Jannatul Firdaus, only for the Shahid. So very specific category, right? Let's forget about other people. Only for the Shahid, there will be 1,000 different levels. Another Hadith Prophet said that the one level will think just immediately one upper level as like the stars. That is the difference of levels. And they will wish for that. Even that Hadith is saying that the perfume they used, only one upper layer, they never smell a beautiful thing in their life. That's just one level up. Then people will wish for that. I wish I could do one zikr more or one good deeds more to get to the upper level. And this is basically the discussion that we did is basically the greatest motivation. We sometimes look for the motivation speaker, right? We look for that, we try to hear that. But nothing can, just try to think, imagine or later think about that nothing can be the best motivation than the Jannah and Jahannam. That's why Surah Rahman, when we say, Fabi'ayi alai rabbikuma tukazziban, right? Which blessings you will ignore. This sentence was used for the Jannah, which makes sense. Even this sentence is used for the Jahannam as well. Why? Because Jahannam is not the blessings, right? Why? Because that message came to us. And we can be motivated to save ourselves from that worst type of situation. And whatever we do for the sake of Allah, to have the good relationship with the society, to do something good, to have patience if someone make bully in the school, because I'm a Muslim, for example. If I say to the teacher that I need prayer time, I have to do the prayer for 10 minutes. And if they say bad things, they will never say that. They will never say that according to the Australian rule. But if you approach that, you never know. Probably your rank will be the best in Jannah. Only for saying that. Because some of the things, if sisters cover their heads and do all the things in everywhere, then their rank would be far better than anyone else. Because Prophet said, a time will come when keeping Iman is like holding a coal, hot coal. And one of the people will be rewarded 50 times than the reward of the Sahaba. That is the hadith. And probably many people are going through that. It's not easy, what I just said, the last few sentences. It's not easy. But if someone can do that, and what should be the motivation of that? Our motivation is not to earn the $1,000,000 or $1 billion. It's nothing. Because I talked about that. A grass in Jannah is far better than all the wealth of this world. And Allah Rabbul Alamin gave that description. Prophet gave that description. And he said, the handkerchief of Muaz bin Jabal is better than everything of the earth. Handkerchief is nothing, just a handkerchief, right? What about the other properties? What about the horse? What about the other transportation system there? And even there are some transportation system, they will just reach one place to another with the blink of an eye. We don't know that transportation. That is mentioned in one hadith. They wish to meet one of his brother in another level of Jannah. He'll just think and they will meet together, face to face. Right? And they will not sleep in the Jannah. Because then they will miss seconds or minutes of enjoyment in Jannah. That's why there will be no sleep. They want to enjoy every second, every moment. Nothing can be more motivation than that. And this is the best motivation for the believers. Allah Rabbul Alamin said, we cannot compare anything like that. If someone dreams for this fickle life's few years, it is just lack of wisdom. May Allah Rabbul Alamin guide us. I just went long. I just took the opportunity, these few hours of the last khutbah, right? And try to make dua during the salah even, so that Allah Rabbul Alamin accept all our fasting, Allah Rabbul Alamin accept all our ibadah, all our prayer, and give us wisdom, give our generation wisdom, so that they can traverse in this world with wisdom and knowledge and with actions. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله على كل شيء قدير إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عني سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أقم الصلاة.